In this tutorial, you will learn all about Adobe Illustrator Interface. Welcome to part 2 of Adobe Illustrator Zero to Hero complete course. Let's open and learn about Adobe Illustrator Interface. When we open Adobe Illustrator first time, we have a welcome screen like this. Here you can create a new document. Adobe Illustrator uses different areas of the workspace for different tasks. We can quickly make a new document by clicking on one of these page sizes on the splash screen. Please notice that on the right of your application window, there are a series of tabs at the top. These tabs represent panels. Panels are a group of options that you will use frequently. Now drag the tab away to undock the panel. All panels can be moved around the screen by dragging the top of the panel like this. Clicking on the small arrows icon at the top right of the panel collapses it to only the panel title. And you can close the panel by clicking the small X on the top left of the panel. On the left of the screen is a special panel that consists of a ribbon of tools. Like all panels, you can drag it wherever you want. Also see what happens if you click on the small arrows symbol at the top of the tool panel. You can expand and contract this panel. Drag the panel around and click on the X now. We just made the tools disappear. Bring them back by going to Window, Workspace, Reset Essentials. Remember this menu option. A workspace is simply the collection of arranged panels that are shown. You should notice that it also brought back the Properties panel that you had closed. There are more tools in the tool panel than you might think at first. Many are hidden under other tools. Tools that have other tools hidden behind them are marked with a small triangle at the bottom right of the tool. Right-click on a tool, these associated tools will appear. You can either directly move over one of these to select it, or move your mouse to the far right vertical bar of the pop-up tools. This will tear off the selected tools onto another floating mini tool panel that you can position where you like or close with the close button at the top left. Let's go back to the panels on the right of the screen. The Properties panel is unlike most other panels because it is contextual, meaning that its contents change according to the tool or the item selected. If you have not selected any tools or objects, you will be seeing the options for the page itself. Any panel including properties can be accessed through the window menu at the top of the screen. Don't let the number of panels available overwhelm you. You don't need to use all of them. Close the window you are working on by clicking the X in the Window tab at the top left. And let's learn more about a document. Go to File, New, and take a quick look at the splash screen that shows up. First select Print at the top of the window, then change the units on the right to a measurement system you are familiar with. Either choose a letter size sheet in the presets it has probably selected by default, or specify the size and orientation of your sheet. You will also see an option for selecting the number of artboards. An artboard is like a sheet of paper. You may want to use multiple artboards for many reasons, but for now, one is just fine. You can always add them later if you need them. The More Setting button at the very bottom of the options bring up an older version of this splash screen. This points to an issue that you should be aware of. There are many ways to do the same thing with different buttons. For instance, to bring up a new document, you could have also clicked on the New File button or just press the Ctrl and N key at the same time. After you click Create, you will have a virtual sheet of paper that you can work on. Now save your document by going to File, Save on your computer. This is a good practice to save your document before you start working on it. Now I let you play around these tools and panels. Pay attention as you play. Think of the tools and techniques as puzzles, and you are out to solve those puzzles. You don't need to worry about anything, and you can't break anything by messing around. Playing is an important part of learning any software application. Don't worry if you can't do something you want to do. Instead, just find something else to do, and if you start to get frustrated, stop for a while. Playing should not be frustrating. If you are new to Illustrator, it might be good to work through this tutorial more than once. That's all in our introduction to interface of Adobe Illustrator, and I hope you all have enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want to master in Adobe Illustrator. So I will see you in the part 3.